These are 5 of the biggest mistakes that new writers make and how to fix them. Making these mistakes is like showing up at a formal dinner in sweats. You may be comfortable, but they're probably not going to let you in. Avoiding these can help you get a seat at the author's table, but better yet, they may help you sell more books. The first dream killer to avoid is ignoring story structure. There are way too many new authors who believe they can just sit down and write out an entire novel without good story structure. The truth is there are very few true pantsers or discovery writers. Most of us need good story structure. Here's a quick test to see if you know some of the basics. Is the hook the same thing as the inciting incident? What is rising tension? And when should a book reach its climax? The fix is just taking a little extra time to research and understand story structure. So you can learn a lot from the 3-act story structure or Save the Cat. Both of these give you really good overview and are easy to comprehend and to employ in your writing. Now, if you've read the Save the Cat book, drop me a little comment like meow, and I'll know what that means. The second newbie giveaway is weak characters. So story structure gives your characters a house to live in, but they have to be more than paper dolls. Your characters, especially your protagonist and your antagonist, they need to be real, vibrant, strong characters that your reader can connect with. Avoid both flat and perfect characters, especially your protagonist and antagonist. They need to have strengths and they need to have weaknesses. They need to be very realistic so that people can actually connect with them, they can root for them, and sometimes they see themselves in that character. The fix that we developed is our 10-minute character sketch. This will help you develop amazing characters fast. So down below there is a link to our 10-minute character sketch. It's a free download. And there's a link to the videos where you can watch how to use it. That will help you. The third big mistake is info dumping. Now, if I pulled up to your house in a big dump truck full of pennies and then dumped it, unloaded it right in the middle of your driveway, it would just be an overwhelming mess. Info dumping is when you flood the reader with things like backstory and world building. Both of these are good and should be in your writing, but it's about how you put them in. They need to be sprinkled in and scattered throughout so that the reader can discover them, not just be overwhelmed by them. Info dumping really slows the pace and it upsets the reader because it's too much for them. They want to discover it. It's like a clue game. They want to find the mystery. They don't want to have it just hand-fed to them. So the fix is really just sprinkling those details in and letting them be discovered rather than dumping them in. Now, honestly, number 6 on this list could be show, don't tell, or maybe even it should have been up higher. But what you want to do is learn how to show what's happening and show the backstory and show the world rather than just dump it on them and explain it. Explaining is not good. What you want to do is show it. Not revising is the 4th mistake that new writers make. Now, it's good to get excited when you finish a chapter or your whole book, but don't get so attached to your work that you avoid revising it. Revising it is absolutely important. This is kind of like taking a shower and washing your hair, but then getting out and not combing it or not styling it. It'll be clean, but it's probably going to be a mess. So here's the fix. I like to revise as I go. So when I get done with a writing period or a chapter or a section, I'll go back and revise it. But the reality is when you get the book done, you need to plan on a revision process. The best thing you can do is accept this and realize that you're probably going to spend as much time revising it as you did writing the original book. When you take the time to revise and maybe even edit some of the things that you really like or cut them completely out, that's going to help take your book from good to great. Do you enjoy the revision process? Some people do. Drop me a comment and let me know if you enjoy the revision process and how much time you spend on it. Trying to write for everyone is the fifth and the final mistake we're going to cover today. This is like cooking your favorite food and then serving it to people and having them refuse to eat it. This is very common in my house because I like spicy things and not everybody does. The reality is not everybody is going to like what you write. Maybe they like different genres or maybe they like different styles. Not everybody's going to like what you write, and that's okay. That was a hard one for me to accept, but the reality is not everybody likes what we write. So here's the fix. Take some extra time to really press in and define what genre are you writing and who is your target audience? Who is that person that would be ideal for what you want to write? And then gear everything towards them. Takes a little extra time and effort, but it's well worth it. This is especially true when you hit the marketing stage of your book because you can get a book completed, edited, published, all of that. But when you go to market, you really have to know who is your target audience so that it lines up and you can get the marketing material to directly point it to those people. So it's important not just in the writing, but also in the marketing. And here's a pro tip. When you're giving your book to a beta reader, make sure that that beta reader likes the genre that you're writing in, because if they don't, they can give you wrong feedback. Don't forget to grab your copy of the 10-minute character sketch. There's a link below. And here's a video on how to use that character sketch. Now, you can't brush and not floss, so go ahead, click that video.